Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Painting Happy Little Minis. I'm Dave.
And I'm Gretchen.
And today we're going to be continuing painting some Star Wars Imperial Assault. So on Tuesday, Rick and I got stuck into painting some bits and pieces. And I painted up this cool little Nexu.
Very nice.
Yeah. And Rick painted up Jin. Oh, I can't remember her last name. But there we go. Can you remember her last name, Leona?
No.
No.
We're horrible fans.
We are the worst. But yeah, so we're going to be continuing painting those.
Now I can see.
And Gretchen is going to be
Hey guys.
running the chat.
I am. I'm watching.
Watching. Who we got?
Who we got? We got Chris. We got Colin. We got Mike. We got James. We have Chris.
Chris again?
Yeah, there's Mike, there's no Rick here today, but that's okay. I'm pretty sure he'll lurk.
He will. Yeah. He will. But we understand that that Rick is the only draw for this.
You know what? I
understand.
feel like our presence combined.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, together we form one Rick.
It works.
3/4 of a Rick, maybe. Both of us together.
If I stood on your shoulders, we might be tall enough.
This is true. This is true. But then you'd have to shave your head. Let's not do that. Okay. It'd be a terrible idea.
Hi, Lee. Hi, Simon. Oh my goodness.
Welcome, everybody.
What's up?
Yeah, so as we said, we're going to be painting some Imperial Assault things. Which one have you chosen there?
I have chosen the Wookiee.
Okay, actually, should we throw these up on the...
Sure.
Throw these up on
So
the screen
I have chosen the Wookiee because I like painting fur textures.
Woohoo!
And Wookiees are cool.
Sorry. I'm going to finish off painting up the Imperial probe droids.
Now that looks terrifying because, like, pointed this way, it looks like you're fighting the Wookiee and then the droid.
And then the droids. If you get through the Wookiee.
then you...
Two droids. Okay, here we go. How's that? Is that better?
No, now my poor Wookiee has to fight all the droids.
Yeah, but then we can run straight through. It'd be great.
Wait a minute.
So we'll go with that. Cool. Yay. And then after that, we've got a few other choices down here.
There's quite a few.
Yep. There's Bosk. Yeah. We could paint Bosk. How cool would that be? And I'm actually also just going to point out my t-shirt. I was just trying to see if Bosk was on my shirt, but I don't think he is. There we go.
That's a good shirt.
Yeah.
I tried to find my Star Wars. I have like 3 Star Wars shirts, and I cannot find them to save the life of me. I don't know where they went.
I think I have about 6 or 7, so it's pretty easy to find at least one.
I think it was like as soon as I find some, like I wear them for like a month straight, and then they vanish.
Okay.
That's okay though. I'll find them again when I least expect it. They'll just happen.
Right. It's very joyful. It's true, the droids do not stand a chance against that Wookiee.
I like this Wookiee. I like his face.
Yep. So, there we go. We're in the right spot. So what I figured I'd do on these, the next thing I'd do on these Imperial droids, the probe droids, was paint some of the lenses around the outside and talk about a couple of different ways to paint lenses or gems or all that sort of thing.
All right.
So going to start off by doing the first step on the kind of easy, sneaky, cheaty kind of way of doing it.
The easy, sneaky, cheaty?
Easy, sneaky, cheaty.
All right.
So I'm just got a really bright silver. In this case, it's the, what is it? It's the Model Air, Vallejo Model Air Aluminium, which is the brightest silver they have in their range. I'm just going to paint that onto some of these lenses here. You'll notice some slight mold lines, but that's mainly because Rick primes without cleaning mold lines. It's true. And I would have said exactly the same thing had he been sitting here. Mainly because he would have been sitting on the other side of Gretchen, but... So here we go.
I can take him.
Yep. Probably a lot better than I could. There we go. So I mean, on screen there, it looks like it's white, but it's just a really very bright silver. Bring it up into, there we go.
Ooh.
So I'm going to let that dry. Shouldn't take too long. But, on the next one, slightly different start. I'm going to start by painting the lenses black. And yeah, I'll probably do that on the next two. While we're doing that, there we go. How have you been since last week?
Since last week?
Yeah.
Well, it's been cold out, and I hate that. I was not made for cold weather. I am not adapted to that weather. I am not about that weather. I came here in a onesie. I am a child of the South. I am that too.
You came here in a onesie?
I came here in a onesie. I came here. I had a magical girl transformation before we went on air, but I had my snowflake fleece onesie on.
Nice. Nice.
When I walked in, and everyone was like, "That's what you're wearing?" I was like, first of all, it's called fashion and dressing for the weather.
Look into it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Second of all, I don't think any of our viewers would judge me.
Right. No.
I think they're all home snuggled up in their own onesies.
If they aren't,
and we're having a party.
If they aren't, they should be.
Yeah, it's.
Totally.
I'm not about the weather. I prefer to hibernate in the cold.
Yep. My youngest has a like a onesie that she got from my mum, which is a like a rainbow unicorn.
Oh my gosh, that's.
With it, so it has a hood.
Yes.
With a horn and.
That's adorable.
Yeah, she loves it. So she's been wearing that.
Because that's what you wear
lot.
when it's this kind of weather. This kind of weather is like crazy.
Yep. She wanted.
Chris Cox, I'm not gonna lie. I got the windows open because it's a nice day here. Where are you? It's not here. Not on the same plane of existence as me.
Yep. It's a bit chilly on the East Coast. See, Chris is going to say he's in like San Diego or something.
Ugh. Ugh. I wish I could be properly warm.
Yep.
Hey guys! Hey Man vs. Mini! Hey Runestorm! Hi YouTube bit!
Excellent. Howdy.
We are here, we are painting, we are staying warm. I am painting a Wookiee bottom.
Yay, Wookiee bottoms. Why did I cheer that? That's a silly thing to do. I'm sorry.
I'm glad you feel comfortable enough with us all to cheer a Wookiee bottom.
Yep. Force of habit, really.
California is wet but warm. Not here in Texas. Texas, I thought it was only like 40 or something in Texas. Like reasonable. Like, I mean, it's still chilly, but like not below freezing, because that's about where we're at right now.
Yeah. I guess it's, I mean, Texas is a big place. So some parts might be warm. I've heard it's big.
You've heard tales of Texas?
Yep. I spent a few days driving across Texas.
Canada is not cold yet.
Not cold enough yet.
Oh, Chris, it's 65. Wow.
Wow. That'd be nice.
65 would be great.
Well, and here, like in my house, it's 65 indoors. So
No, I don't do
I'm good
that.
with
No, no. It's,
Oh, does it 72?
it's around 72. Sometimes we even put the heat up to 80.
Wow.
It only happens occasionally, like as like a jump start to get the chill out, and then we'll put it back down. There's lots of blankets in my home because we're a cold people.
No. They're young. They're carefree.
I don't pay the bill.
They have no children to worry about that sort of thing.
It only goes up to 80 sometimes. Only
cool.
for a short while, then I'll come back down. Like I said, I'm a cold person. My boyfriend that I live with is also like not particularly insulated.
Okay.
You know, we gotta do our best in these trying times.
Nice, nice.
I used to have a heated blanket in college. That was the best.
It was perfect.
Oh,
Nice.
it was. A
Cool.
kilometer of snow would be very deep. Do you mean a millimeter? Oh gosh. And not,
Yep.
oh gosh, that's a lot of snow. I went to school in Frostburg. We had 3 feet of snow.
Yep.
Once that piled up to almost taller than me once the snow plows like went through.
Oh, went through?
Yeah,
Yep.
I couldn't see over the piles of snow. That's a lot of snow.
I think my first winter here, after I moved from Australia, was we had about 3 feet of snow, and it was tough work getting to the pub.
Getting to the pub.
Yeah,
Oh.
but we did it anyway. We worked hard. Rewarded ourselves with many beverages.
Sean
at the
Johnson
other
says,
end.
I can't wait to get my Reaper Mini Kickstarter and start painting. Only a few more weeks. The only problem with finding a Kickstarter is waiting a year to get your stuff.
This is true. This is true. What's Josh said about the day after tomorrow?
Oh, goodness. That would be some day after tomorrow sort of thing, Colin.
The kilometer
Yeah.
of snow. Yep.
Oh, my goodness. That would be too much snow for me. I would burrow down. I would actually hibernate. I would legitimately hibernate.
Yeah, to answer James, yes, I am doing the probe droids because we're on Hoth currently.
Runestorm on YouTube says, I wish it was colder, but it's summer here in New Zealand, and we're in the middle of a heat wave.
Oh, yeah.
Jealous, actually. I thought about planning a vacation to Australia, and then consequently New Zealand is close by, so we were like, well, if we're already there.
You definitely got to do it.
Like, well,
Without a
also, my boyfriend and I are such big Lord of the Rings fans
Yeah.
that it just seemed like it only made sense.
It would be, yeah. It's really like you going to New Zealand with a little bit of Australia on the side.
No, not if I'm planning the vacation.
Oh,
'cause
okay, right, yeah.
Australia is on my top list of places to go. Fun
Right.
fact.
Well, New Zealand is also quite cool.
I like things that try to kill me.
I'm allowed to say that now because I haven't lived in Australia for a long time. Okay, just quickly, I was talking about lenses before. I'm going to bring this up a little bit closer. I'm not sure if we can get. There we go. Trying to get the lighting right on it as well. There we go. And what I'm doing with these black, so the lenses are black. I'm painting the bottom sort of 2/3 with this dark red. This one's a burnt red from the Vallejo model color range. I like it because it's got, for a red, it's got great coverage, great pigmentation in there. So I'm going around and do that on all those lenses. So I've done that on two of the droids now. Oh, maybe I can put them in shot. There we go. Now they're in shot. The next stage, I'll just quickly sort of talk through, is mixing like a mid red. There. So I mentioned I covered about 2/3 of the lens. I'm going to do about half the lens with this mid red. With some of the smaller lenses, it's really just a dab that is going on there. So there we go. I think that's all of them. Just going around there. But yeah, my mum's been complaining about the heat wave in Australia.
I
well.
feel like that's the worst place to have a heat wave.
It's pretty grim. I think yesterday it got up to, it was 98 degrees.
Okay, 98's still under 100. If it's still under 100, then it's like, because I feel like dry heat is, I don't know how, I feel like it's dry heat in Australia. It's like beachy, deserty.
I think, yeah, it really depends on where you are. It's certainly not Maryland sort of humid.
Okay, because Maryland isn't even like, Louisiana is
it's not
like,
Louisiana humid.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when we moved up from Louisiana, my mom was like, oh, this is fantastic. Look at this dry heat. It's wonderful. And everyone's like, it's 50% humidity outside. What are you talking about, you crazy people?
My summer days my favorite summer days are the 100 degrees, 90% humidity. You can't breathe.
Where you walk outside and it's like, I'm in a sauna.
Yeah. Why did somebody wrap this wet dog around my face?
I don't mind humidity all that much. I think because I was just raised in it. So it's a little bit of humidity, a little bit of water in the air.
Yep.
That's good. I mean, if it's 100% humidity, then, you know, I'm probably going to be like, this should rain.
Yeah. Where's the rain? But, but 100 degrees in a dry heat.
Yeah, it's
like
not.
People say, oh, it's a dry heat. It's not that bad. But an oven is dry. Eventually you'll cook.
You know, that's why you got to take care of yourself.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to let those two dry. And I come back with the stage 2 on the sort of the speedy, cheaty method.
Cheater, cheater, pumpkin eater.
That's the one. So I'm going to use some of the Citadel Technical Paint, Blood for the Blood God.
All right.
As you do. Which is a kind of a, you can see it there is like a goopy, translucent paint that looks like a great, surprise, surprise, blood effect.
Wow.
But if you take that and paint it over the top of the silver, that silver will shine through, in this case with the red. How about that? I think I need to shake it a little bit. There we go. And you get a nice quick sort of lens effect on some of these. There we go. So if you've got lots and lots and lots of gems or lenses to paint, this can be a really quick method for you. I think in the GW wash range they have some gloss washes that have different colors. So you could use the same technique to do sapphires and emeralds or that sort of thing. Or of course, blue lenses or green lenses, that sort of thing. But red always seems more evil.
Is red the evil color?
I think red's the evil color.
Let's see.
That's why the Emperor's Royal Guards, right?
Yeah.
In Star Wars are red.
James Smith says, have you tried the technical gem paints from Citadel, Dave?
Are they specific for the for gems? I'm not sure. But yeah, they're basically the same concoction, I think, as the Blood for the Blood God, but different colors. Make sure give you that nice variety. And then I'm going to sneak back to these and just hit the bottom part of the gem, or the lens in this case, with some of the red, bright red we've got here. You could do that. Well, while I'm going through and doing this, I'm going to ask you, I think the last time that we painted some Star Wars stuff, it was we were doing the X-Wing repaints.
Yeah.
Have you played in that?
Have I played X-Wing?
Have you played in the role-playing game?
Oh, in the role-playing game.
Campaign you're in.
So our RPG with Force and Destiny, we have not been playing a ton of.
Okay.
Because everyone's schedules is crazy right now, and it's been snowy and cold and awful, and holidays and all of that. So that's been a little difficult. But we have actually just talked about getting a schedule set up again. Fun fact. So that adventure should continue on going. And then I actually learned at PAX Unplugged, I learned how to play X-Wing.
Oh, okay. Right.
So we have X-Wing now as well as Armada, and we've been playing around with it some.
Cool.
So that's always...
I was kind of curious to see whether your character had been...
Getting into trouble?
Oh, well, it had been given its X-Wing. Were you getting the X-Wing?
No, but it's been promised. It's been promised for shoresies now that I will, in fact, get the X-Wing that I painted.
Excellent.
With all of its lovely, lovely graffiti all over it.
Cool.
So that's really fun. Oh, hey, Rick. Rick is in the chat.
Oh.
Lurking.
Hey, Rick.
Watching. Waiting.
Is he? What's he doing?
Yeah, just hanging
Yeah.
out. The look of concern on your face.
What's he doing? I don't know. He's going to tell me I've done something wrong, I'm sure. Like Steve has. Steve says, your wet palette would work better if you pushed the wrinkles and air pockets out of the paper. That's true. It would. It would totally do that, I'm sure. But when I try to do that, it doesn't actually disappear from it. So does that mean I'm just not using enough water? Is the wrong paper? Let me know. Oh, there he is, saying hello, my peeps, as if he was still here. Oh. Okay. So I'm just going to bring these two sort of up side by side. I'm going to flip them around so they make more sense on the screen. So this one here is the blood for the blood god over the bright aluminium, and this one here is sort of the stages being built up through from black through to the bright red. I like the control that this kind of approach that that you can get with the painting step by step through it can give. And what I get to do here is just do a little sort of high point on the gem, a little dot of reflective light. And then I can hit it all with a gloss varnish. So I've got those. Oh, now Steve's distracted by Rick. I'm not going to answer my wet palette question. That's okay. Do what you got to do, Rick. All good. There we go. Well, one thing I'm going to mention is last night my daughters and I played a couple of games of Sword Crafters.
Oh, how was that?
It was very cool. And have you seen that?
I have not.
By Adam's Apple Games, and it's a sort of a game where you start with the hilt of a sword, and you have to collect tiles.
Oh, and then it builds the sword.
To build the sword, yeah.
I have seen that. I have.
Yep. It is. It's quite cool. It was a lot of fun. My youngest daughter, again, Lucy, is quite competitive, and there's a mechanic in there whereby if you pick up the tile that has the forge on it, you get to be the first player. And so to keep the first player token each round, you need to pick up that forge. So she wanted to be first player each time because she felt that would give her a good advantage. But it meant that she made a couple of poor choices along the way. Like, so instead of picking 6 tiles, a group of 6 tiles, she picked a group of 2 tiles, and one of them had the forge in it. So she was adding one tile to her sword. So I let her do that for the first game, and then explained to her
Gotta learn strategy.
that it wasn't always good, and it wasn't always bad. So I didn't want it to sort of immediately flip-flop to the, I don't want it, I'm not taking that one. So
when you first start, you gotta learn.
Yeah.
Learn this how strategies work.
But she had we all had a great time with that. It was very cool. It's always nice when I was sort of looking and go, how much time have we got left? And I said, well, probably about another half hour. And they go, like, can we play that again?
Oh, the dreaded
nice.
bedtime.
Yeah. So that was cool. How's the Wookiee going?
Well, I'm trying to dry brush some bit of black all around to try to mimic how, like, the fur will be darker on the ends, but when the wind parts it, it'll be lighter.
Okay, ready.
In the middle. I don't know how that's actually going to work. I'm probably going to go back over with a bunch of highlighting stuff, but we'll see. We'll see how it works. I don't normally paint minis, so I'm like, we're going to experiment until I learn things that do work, and then I'm going to learn me the things.
Nice.
And then I'll magically, you know, get some XP that I need for miniature painting.
Cool. What do we got going on?
We have, let's see, people talking about commissions and how time-consuming commissions can be.
That's
Definitely.
true. They can.
Game Trade Media hanging out in the chat. See if we have any fun times going over on Twitch.
Oh, Mike says also more water.
Nope.
So, yeah. Shane says if I add any more water, the palette starts to thin my paints. Yeah. See, it's there. I can see the water. The water's right underneath. Just refuses to stay flat. Boo. But yeah, what do people think of the probe droids? And just a quick paint, quick dry brush. It worked just fine for a board game. So now, I think I'm going to move on to the commander.
Do it, do it.
Or should I do, I've got the red on my, or should I do the Imperial Guard?
Do that one, because I'm curious how
The
you'll
Royal
handle
Guard.
how simple it. It looks very, very simple.
Yep.
But I feel like it's an opportunity to do something fun.
I don't know. I might just do it really simple. Just be lazy with it.
Well, jeez.
Lazy Thursday.
Lazy Thursday?
Yeah. Okay, I'll do something I don't usually do. Normally with reds, I start with a base of a dark red and layer up.
Uh-huh.
So instead, I'm going to start with a bright red and shade down. It could be bad because I just realized why I don't usually do that on the show. I just remembered. It's because washes take time to dry.
Oh, welp.
Yeah. We'll survive. We'll be okay. This is true. Be a little bit tough though. Like I'd end up with a lot of paint on my hands, I think. So the this Royal Guard, I'm wondering, do they have red gloves as well?
Don't know.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you. Leona's going to check that out for us.
That's because Leona does everything.
She's
ever.
the best. Leona is the best.
You are. I hear you're giggling, but it is facts.
Yep. Okay. But yeah, red gloves, says Mike Becker.
Yeah, red gloves. Red everything.
Red everything?
Black, just the little visor is black.
Okay. What about the staff? Is that black as well?
Silver?
Yeah?
Well,
Like a dark silver?
this one's different than, oh no, it's the same.
Okay.
So it's silver and then black as the grips. Black grips.
Black grip, silver, pointy bits? Okay. We'll get that going on. Might need to jump around amongst a few different minis. Oh, this is drying. Oh. There we go.
Want to look at some
Hmm?
Want to look at some minis?
Oh, yeah. I always
While
forget
we're
that.
on our mini
Oh, yeah.
painting show.
Sure, let's do that. Let's look at some, so these are photos from, that folks have submitted to our Facebook group, Painting Happy Little Minis. Let's see what we got. Okay. So Chris Gorka has painted this wizard by Reaper. Very cool, summoning some kind of fire to his hand, hopefully not getting burnt. But yeah, definitely cool. Very nice. I like the base too. Good work on that. Jordan BASINSKI painted Sione, the Sorceress by Reaper. I think Jordan was working on this last night.
Yeah.
Very cool. Glad you got it finished there, Jordan. Good work. And what else? I think Jordan was asking for thoughts about the clothes and how to get a sort of a silk kind of look, like a shimmering silk. And I think he might have used a similar approach to the way I just did the lenses, sort of that quick way I did the lenses. So I put down some silver first, and then a wash of the green over the top. Okay, Josh Null has this. I'm guessing this is one of the giants, possibly a fire giant from the WizKids range. Have to let us know, Josh. But yeah, looking very cool. Justin Shin from Titan Games. Yep. Kingdom Death. Kingdom Death. Yeah, so Justin's been having a lot of fun painting up a whole bunch of Kingdom Death minis. And this one, it's really nice. Good work. Garrett Gallant has been painting up this dragon. Check out that dragon. That was
Ooh, wow. I like
crazy
that
cool.
one.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how much the lighting is affecting it, but if those wings are sort of a nice, sort of rusty orange, that works really well with the blue.
Yeah.
Looks great.
Makes them almost look iridescent.
Very nice. Oh, and a cleric, I guess, trying to turn some undead. Looking good. Michael Bull. Ended up. So this is this will be another one from the WizKids line with the translucent translucent sword. Is it a sword? I'm not sure.
So.
Yep.
Or wand.
A wand, perhaps. Yeah. Looking cool. Nice variety there. Oh, so this is Vanessa from the Crafting Muse. An Umber Hulk.
Ooh.
Very cool, Umber Hulk. So I'm guessing this is another 3D printed model.
I think so.
Vanessa, yeah. Yeah, looks cool. Great sort of iridescent colors. I wonder, Vanessa, are you using the some of the color shift paints from, I think it's a company called Green Stuff World. Has some color shift paints. You get that nice iridescence going on.
I love painting with shiny iridescent paints.
Yep.
One more.
One more? Cool. Excellent. Oh, excellent. Kelly Scott Rowe has been pretty quiet lately. But this is a hell of a mini to come back with.
Yeah.
Check out that beholder. And I love the
Ooh,
basing
I
too.
love the eye.
Yeah. Yeah, everything's cool. You see the glossy gums? Check those out.
Yeah.
Very nice. Great work there. Very cool. Excellent. Thank you everybody for sharing your minis in the group. I think we've had a lot of activity over the last few days, and people asking questions and sharing their thoughts and their expertise. So thank you very much for that.
What else is everyone supposed to do in this weather, other than paint?
Other than paint. That's true. But thankfully as well, we have a lot of people who are from other countries, as we know in the chat.
Yeah.
Man
Man
vs.
vs. Mini says, Dave, A, is your wet palette using a sponge or a wet towel? B, what type of paper are you using? I use a bit of foam like in a blister and parchment paper. Wet both sides of the paper, it lays flat. Runestorm says, thanks so much for showing my Dragonborn I painted.
Excellent. Very cool. So, oh, there we go. Dragonstorm. So Runestorm said that?
Yes.
So that means Runestorm is Michael. Is that right? Yeah, look at that. So this is what I've got. I have the palette, Everlasting Wet palette from Redgrass Games, but the thing you just mentioned is something I didn't know. Wetting both sides. There we go. That's going to help.
You're learning.
I am learning all the time. Each one of these gray hairs is the thing I've learned.
Does that mean you're going to bald next?
Well, I was going to say that the not gray hairs are the things that I've forgotten. Swings and roundabouts.
Seth, this weather is why there aren't a lot of why there are a lot of birthdays in late September.
This is true.
Oh my.
I think in my wife's extended family, there are like 12 birthdays in September.
Oh, wow.
I know. And
So
folks who
my
obviously
family's-
enjoy the cold weather.
My family's pretty dispersed in the ways of birthdays.
There we go. How's it going on?
It's going. It's going.
Cool. Excellent.
It's
Looking good.
a little bit of different shading. I'm trying to get better at blending.
Okay.
It's a slow process.
Yeah. Can we show it on here?
I mean, you can.
Here we go.
Work in progress, guys. Work in progress.
Yep.
I think maybe doing a wash on it will help bring out a lot of the texture.
Yep.
So maybe I'll do a bit
Sure.
of that.
Yep.
But I think
What color do you
I
think you're going to do the pouch
don't know.
and the armor plates?
Probably something light, and then I'll probably do the armor plates. I have a little bit lighter of a silver since he's kind of a dark color.
Right.
So I figure that'll pop a little bit more.
I think that'd be good. What I'd suggest is if you paint the armor plates and the pouch before you do the wash, and then you put the wash over those
and then it'll
as
make
well.
it look like it's a little bit used.
Make it look a little bit used, and also
Uniform.
tie it together a little bit. Just give that
I like it.
sort of color base. But yeah, I think that'd be neat. Pardon?
YouTube.
YouTube?
Yes. I just discovered that Everlasting Wet palette last night. How do you like it? It's on my want list.
I like it a lot. It has really helped my painting over the last, when did I get it? I got it in August, I think. So last about 6 months. And now that I know that I should wet both sides of the paper, I think it's really going to help me. So we'll see how things go from next week. Well, obviously I'll mess around with it at home this weekend, but...
No, you're forbidden at home.
What? I can only assemble miniatures there?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
All learning experiences have to
Must
be
occur here.
here so that everyone else can learn with us.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
We can try with that.
Yeah.
Okay. I think this is dry enough now. But yeah, I'll definitely be trying that. So thank you for that. Those suggestions, folks. So,
What Wookiee isn't wearing any pants. I thought it was family friendly. He isn't, but as we expressed earlier, Dave likes his bottom. So let him live his...
I was hoping people would forget that.
Let the Wookiee live his best pants-free life.
Yep.
He's just wearing what we all wish we could be wearing now.
What,
no
fur?
pants.
No pants.
Or fur, yes. Thank you. I like my earrings too. I don't typically wear a lot of earrings because I get them caught in everything.
Right.
How about you, Dave?
Do you
Me?
wear earrings?
Very infrequently. That would stem from my lack of piercing in the ear.
I have 5 piercings.
Yeah. Hmm? I should get my ears pierced?
Do it, do it, do it.
I'm too old for a midlife crisis.
No, no, no. You know, the older you are, the more powerful midlife crisis it is because you're basically saying, you know, I am going to make this the middle of my life.
All right, okay.
Yeah, so if you're like 80 and you're like, no, this is my midlife crisis. James says it will never die. Hashtag Wookiee bottoms.
Wookiee bottoms. Great. Thanks, James. Rock out. So there we go. Maybe see, obviously then I'm way too old for my midlife crisis. That should have happened like half my life ago. Now that my life is at an end. All about the Wookiee bottoms. No, just kidding. Okay, I'll save it for when I'm 60.
That sounds good.
But don't hold me to that.
Nope, you will be definitely held to that.
It's on the internet now, right?
Yep.
So,
it is
somebody
there.
has
It's
to hold me to it.
there. It's happening. You just gotta accept your life choices now.
Yeah.
I had a teacher in high school who was past 60 when he got his first ear pierced.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go. Was it deliberate or accidental?
He was at a family dinner,
Yeah.
and his wife and daughter fed him a few drinks.
All right.
And then they said, you know, it would be a great idea.
Oh, so it's kind of accidental.
Yeah. Kind of.
Kind of tripped and fell into the ear piercing gun?
No, he definitely...
Or was it a heated skewer?
I think it was at, like, Claire's, which is the worst place to
Oh,
actually
okay.
get your ears. Rich would need a pirate hoop. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
James,
Definitely.
I wear earrings. I have 5 piercings, too. Yay! Buddies. That sounds really extravagant, but it's not, because I
Okay.
just have 2 in each ear in my belly button.
Okay. Yeah.
The ears add up. Someone
do.
could be like, I have 10 piercings, and you're like, yeah, well, how many are in your ears?
All of them. Yeah.
So.
I think it's just because it's not that I'd be worried that I'd sort of catch it on something. If I catch an earring on something. It's just that I know that I would catch an earring on something.
I can tell you that in all of my fencing and wrestling, I have never once caught my belly button piercing on anything.
Yep. That's cool. So you're saying I should get my belly button pierced?
Yes.
Okay, to avoid the...
Yes, but with my ears, I had like my cartilage pierced, and that apparently I'm much more like protective of my belly than I am my face.
Right. I think it's one of those things that it's the more painful it's likely to be, the more the likely it is to get snagged. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like my belly button would be painful if someone just came up and was like,
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
that wouldn't be fun. That's not a fun day. But I sleep on my ears, and
Yeah.
I work with small children who see dangly bits coming like from my ears, and they're like, yeah.
Grab for them.
Yeah. I mean, I don't work with small children anymore, but I work with you guys.
It's true. Pretty close to small children.
Close enough.
Mentally. You're just like that. Rick's a child. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying Rick's a child. Still in the chat, Rick? No? Okay.
Rex is gonna appear in the doorway.
Okay.
Uh,
Water Bledsoe says, wow. I'm not sure he's saying wow to. But Josh Mini Painting Studio said tattoo shops are the best place to get pierced.
They are, as a matter of fact, especially if you are the type of person who wants to get like your young child's ears pierced. A lot of people like to get their girls' ears pierced while they're young. Tattoo shops are the cleaner and safer way to go. Fun fact.
Josh asked
to say he has a...
Yeah, it has an actual serious question. Josh's question was, what do we use to prime the miniatures? There we go. Rick primed these with, I believe it was with Citadel primer. So Chaos Black primer to start with, and then he hit them with a the white. So what's the white called?
White.
No, it's called something else.
Mother of pearl.
Mother of pearl, mother of dragons, mother of white dragons. No,
White dragon.
none of those things.
I'm drinking white.
You see, I thought Blue Eyes White Dragon almost intended.
Corax white.
Corax.
Corax white.
Marble.
There we go. So that's what it's painted with. I primed those with. So yeah, the paint sticks really well to it. So all fine. But Leona, when you were saying that the kind of the faceplate,
Yes.
is it like the entirety of this faceplate?
No.
Or just that?
Just the visor.
Just the visor? Okay, cool. Thank you. There we go. So just like that?
Yep.
What an easy mini to paint. This is great. I wish they were all this easy.
I'm working away on this. This
Very good.
Wookiee's gonna be fantastic. Somebody name my Wookiee.
Well, there's an idea.
They have fun names. You can't pronounce any of them. They have really fun names. Like,
I can't believe you just said that about my mum. You're the worst.
I am. I'm so mean to you all the time.
Yeah. There we go. But yeah, does anybody have an idea? Grook the Wook, says Josh. Mike Becker says bingo. I'm not sure whether that's referring to the revelation about Corax White or if he's suggesting that the Wookiee's name be Bingo.
And Bingo was his name. Oh, that would actually be really funny to. And here's the Wookiee. Oh, what's his name? Like, Bingo.
Bingo. Bingo. But yeah. I'd be fine with Bingo.
Yeah, I like Bingo. His name's Bingo now.
Wyatt Wagner says Claragago.
That can be the Wookiee version of Bingo.
Yep. Mike wasn't actually referencing the Corax White or the Wookiee name.
Too late.
Too late. It's been appropriated. He was referring to the visor. I love the communication confusion that things like live streaming videos and chat can bring up.
I mean, is it any
You're
different from real life?
It's recorded for the internet to see, so that's the only difference. Yeah, there we go. A nice simple one. Okay. And so it's just on the sort of the ends here, I guess, that it's silver?
No.
No?
Sorry. It's the top half.
Oh, just up here?
More than that.
Like
Yeah.
from here?
Hand, yep. From his elbows up. Yeah.
Okay,
Sorry.
that's okay. May I please borrow some of that silver?
Yes.
Great.
Bam.
Okay.
I try to be a stable. You know, I have a little thing to hold this guy that I
Okay.
continuously forget to bring.
Oh. The mini holder.
Yeah.
There we go. I've talked about those before. I think for a lot of people they're a really cool idea. Very good. For me, I just have never used one. So whenever I put a miniature on one, it always feels really awkward.
I think they're supposed to help with my, like, being a shaky person.
Oh, okay. Right. I think for that, most of that's going to be anchoring. If you anchor your sort of
Hands down.
yeah, sort of anchor your wrists
Then
or
you have
your.
to like curl up like Gollum.
If that's the way you have to paint.
we
My
did
precious.
mention last time. I am a goblin.
Right, that's true. Yep.
It's no different than when I went to art school for any other forms of painting. My roommates would always come home and be like,
What are you doing?
what is this? Painting. Are you sure it's not yoga?
Yep. I'm not sure whether this bit down the bottom here is silver, but I'm going to paint it like that anyway.
It's called artistic.
Artistic license.
Yeah.
Indeed.
It's
There
what
we
you
go.
get to do whenever you paint them yourself.
Yep. So there we go. How are we looking on time?
Oh,
It is 2:50.
it is.
2:50. Just enough time to paint some bases then.
What are the plans for the basing? Cheers from Florida.
Well, the basing for these, for the Imperial Assault board game, really, I think I'm just going to be painting them black. That's what I do with a lot of board game minis that I paint. Yeah, I think that was
If that's the plan.
that's the plan. We've painted some Star Wars Legion stuff before. In fact, we painted a lot of it last year, last April, I think. But I think we've got a few, probably next month we'll have some more Legion coming up. So either probably late February or early March we'll have some Legion. We might mess around with some different basing on those. Has anybody got a favorite Star Wars planet that we could, I guess, riff off of? Most of
Sand. Just
Oh, we
glue
did.
some sand.
we did a lot of sand on the last ones, so I'd be happy to do like lava
Lava would be fun.
or like a streetscape kind of thing. Would be neat. So let us know what you think. I think we should do. Okay. Put that one there. Oh, I got it. Josh Potter thinks we should name the Wookiee Socrates. Oh, that was Chris Layfield. Hey, Chris.
Ah.
How you doing? Chris suggests Hoth to celebrate being visited by the polar vortex. Could do that. I'm sure it'll be warm enough by next time. Or actually, to celebrate you joining us, Chris, maybe next time we could do Scarif from Rogue One. I think that would be cool.
That'd be fun.
Scarif is the like the planet where the plans are stored. So there's a lot of water, and the facility they're at is on an island.
Oh.
So there could be lots of stormtroopers walking on the beach,
Yeah.
kind of thing,
That was a cool setting.
which I think we'd all be ready for. Come
Let me
March.
dream. Let me dream.
James suggests Coruscant. Oh, Wyatt suggested Scarif as well. Or a tropical planet. Byron says, it's a trap, which it certainly is. Chris Cox suggests we don't go the way of Alderaan. It'd just be rubble, right?
I don't think it would be rubble. I mean, space rubble. It'd be
Space rubble.
asteroid.
It'd be atomized dust. It could be that. I'm sure it would be fine. But yeah, so I think we'll talk about that. We'll have a look at what FFG have planned for the next couple of releases. I'm kind of interested to paint up the specialists box sets that they've got.
Ooh,
So they have
exciting.
yeah, each box has a couple of sort of organic creatures in there, so humans or other alien races, and then a couple of droids. So
Droids are fun.
One of them has like the medical droid.
I don't know
But,
if I trust a medical droid. Anything non-organic making decisions, I feel like just doesn't have the necessary.
I mean, if your choice was medical droid or Wookiee.
I played a Wookiee medic.
Yeah, okay. I had to pick that. Had to be the one thing. But
Her name was, we called her
is that
Roy
because Bard
G.
wasn't available? Is that
No, we called her Roy G. Biv because her Wookiee name sounded like Roy G. Biv, and she was as happy as rainbows.
Right.
And she was a force-sensitive Wookiee,
Okay.
and I made her our medic because why not? And her goal, because you get to pick your like goals in Force and Destiny for the campaign, was her goal was to travel around and to be the best possible medic. Because if you go that route with Wookiees, it's very much a kind of like tribal kind of medicine man kind of medic.
Okay, radio.
So with her upbringing, it was like do no harm. So our first adventure, she gets like piled in with this ragtag group of adventurers, and the Empire comes knocking on the door, obviously, because things went wrong. And
Never.
they shoot someone who is considered an enemy, and I immediately go to help them because it is my, first and foremost, do no harm.
Right.
And my entire party was like, why?
Why did you do that?
Also, they
What
were
are you
terrified
doing?
of her as a Wookiee medic because can you imagine, like, the stim packs are the primary way of healing people. So it's basically like an EpiPen. The idea of a Wookiee just like, clear, terrified everyone.
I can see that. I can
But
see
I
that.
rolled really well.
That'd be super frightening.
So I was I was basically just like a really happy golden retriever.
Right.
Who was just like, I'm here.
You like
I'm
to
gonna
fix
save
everybody.
you. Yeah,
Nice.
it was great.
Well, I think the other thing, if somebody is wounded and you need to help them immediately, you could just put the bulk of your Wookiee frame in front of them while
Well,
you're working on
she
them,
also
so back
didn't
to the
believe in
enemy.
like weapons because
Right.
she's a doctor.
Yeah.
But she had brass knuckles.
Right. Okay. Just in case.
Just in case, because after a little bit of adventuring, she realized sometimes bedside manner just doesn't cut it. And so if you could imagine like the throwdown of like a Wookiee just like pulling out like brass knuckles in the middle of a fight, just from their fur, just like
Nice.
just all right, time to go.
Excellent. That's funny.
So yes, every
great.
time you now go to the doctor, think it could have been a Wookiee.
Yep. 2 minutes. Excellent. My goodness. I'm just now reading the chat where everybody's throwing in all of their quotes. It's a bad motivator. Load Captain Solo into the cargo bay. That was great disturbance in the Force. Come on. Quick. What are those? What do we got going on in the YouTube chat?
YouTube chat?
Yep.
Let's see. Man vs. Mini says, sometimes I just coat everything in Pledge acrylic floor polish. It's super thin, a few coats of that, then wait until the weather warms up enough to use spray varnish. It acts like a gloss varnish.
Right, yep.
That's cool. That's a cool fun fact that I had never heard before.
Yep. So yeah, there's a lot of those floor varnishes they're essentially a varnish.
Oh.
So you can put them over
Super cheap idea for...
things. Yeah. I'm gonna put this guy on too. Is he gonna fit?
All right. Maybe.
Now it feels like the whole spin is at an angle.
All right.
We gotta get the Wookiee in.
I'll get the
We're
Wookiee
almost
in,
there.
the work in progress Wookiee.
Check out some of the droids.
Take off the droids?
I mean, we could always.
Are you crazy? No way. All right.
They're the same thing. Just take off one of them.
They each have their own name and personality. How dare you? That is X31 and that's X35.
And that one's Jim. Not Jin, Jim.
I've named
With 2
them.
M's.
I've named them all.
And an apostrophe. I'll let you work out where the apostrophe is.
Yes. I'm putting him up. He
Here
doesn't
we go.
have his wash, but he has all of his base colors.
There we go. Yep, some of them quite fresh. Excellent. Nice. I'm gonna use this opportunity.
You okay?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
I'm all right.
You're good.
This thing is heavy.
Work out more.
Work out with it.
Do you even lift?
I don't.
Not that.
Not at all. I don't. Look at me. Look at me. That's my shirt, of course. That's. Are you laughing at the sound? I have no idea where that came from. Anyway, Imperial Assault are the minis we've been painting. So Star Wars Imperial Assault from Fantasy Flight Games. One of their, what is it, 4, 5, 6 Star Wars related
Oh.
games. So definitely cool.
Quite a lot.
Yep, it's been a lot of fun painting this. This is the core box set. This is Rick's core box set. So all of these get to go to him. Lucky him, bastard. But yeah, I think that's about where we'll leave it today.
All right.
Next week we'll be painting up some minis from the Osprey game Wildlands. So this will be fun.
I saw a box of those.
Yeah, we've got a new box in, so we'll be painting up some of those, some adventurers, which will be pretty neat. Yeah, but in the meantime, head on over to our group Facebook page,
Yep.
Painting Happy Little Minis. Join there, invite your friends to join, but just invite the people that you think would really like to be part of that community.
Which is everyone, obviously.
It is true.
Yeah,
it's almost
right.
everyone.
It
but,
is.
Yeah, anyway.
My mom's there somewhere, I think.
Your mom
Maybe.
is?
She might
Yeah.
be.
I
don't
think
know.
my mum is too.
She reposts a lot of things. She tries her best.
Cool, that's good. That's good. It's nice to have
The
this sort of-
spirit's there.
It is. It's definitely cool. But yeah, head there, join the group, become part of that community, post photos of your the minis that you've been painting, so we can put them on screen and show everybody and talk about them. We won't talk to them. That's a little bit silly.
I'll talk to them.
Okay.
I'll be silly.
Yes.
I'll tell them how wonderful they are. I like telling people how wonderful they'll. I'll name each and every one of them.
Yeah. And now, of course, we're getting the wrap-up sign from Leona. So thanks very much for watching another episode of Painting Happy Little Minis. I'm Dave,
And I'm Gretchen.
and we'll see you at the game store.
Thanks for watching Painting Happy Little Minis. If you liked it, leave a like and a comment below, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any new content.